Hey guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, bringing you another episode of What's in the Box. As you can see all around me, I have seat stuff. I've got my seat accessories here, my seats back there, and our 2015 WRX behind me, which means we're going to be installing these seats in our WRX, and I'm so excited. I've thought from day one the WRX could definitely use some good aftermarket seats. So we actually had these hanging out in the shop. They're the Sparco Pro2000s. This one over here is a Pro 2002, which is a little bit wider. So if you're 34 plus inch waist, that would probably be the one to go with. This one, probably anything below a 34 or 33 inch waist would probably be a-okay. These seats are fantastic because they offer a ton of lateral support. So as you're going around a corner, they're gonna really hold you in, which is perfect because this WRX suffers from a very big lack of lateral support. When we took it out to the track, I always felt like I was kind of sliding out of the seat and almost had to hold myself in with the steering wheel, which can be really distracting when you're trying to put down some good clean lap times and you're kind of fighting to even stay in the seat. Anyway, to mount these seats, we're going to be running the planted seat base on both driver and passenger side. And then we're going to be using the Sparco sliders, which I've got right here. Now these allow this seat to slide forward and backwards. And then of course you've got your track handle, I believe they call that. And that's basically what you lift up on to slide it forward and backwards. And then hardware, Sparco side mount hardware. Now you can buy bottom mount hardware. I believe the only difference is the bottom mount hardware doesn't come with as much just because this side mount setup requires a few more additional bolts in order to get it installed. But anyway, I'm very excited to get this installed, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we've just installed the Sparco Pro2000s and our 2015 WRX, and I've been saying it since day one, this car needs aftermarket seats. Well, at least in my personal opinion. The factory seats just don't quite cut it for aggressive driving. For daily driving, if you want to go pick up some groceries, they're fine. If you're wanting to take some corners at speed, like this one, oh, that feels so much better than the factory seats. The factory seats just don't cut it around stuff like that. When you're really pushing the car, that's where these aftermarket seats with the aggressive side bolstering make a massive difference in not only the way the car feels, but you can actually focus on driving. You can focus on what's ahead as opposed to trying to keep yourself in the seat. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the installation. So installing any seats, because they're all pretty much universal, I'm not gonna say they're hard, but it's not the easiest thing in the world because it kind of takes a little bit of trial and error, making sure everything fits up with the seat bases you have, with the side mounts that you have, with all the hardware that you have, just making sure everything works together. So you might end up, you know, putting it together, realizing you need to change something and taking it back apart. Just be patient, make sure that you do it right. You know, when it comes to seats, safety is a big concern. So just take your time and try to enjoy it, and you know that the end results are gonna be worth it in the long run, like this car. Now this particular seat, as you'll notice, I'm sitting actually quite up high. I'm pretty short, so I like my seat to be a little bit higher, but it is fully adjustable. You can actually get this almost down to the ground to where I probably couldn't see over the dash. But most aftermarket seats, especially side mount seats, are gonna be adjustable, and you can adjust the pitch of it. So get it installed, drive it for a while, see if you like it. If you don't, take it back out. You can change anything you want. You can basically position it wherever you want. And it just makes for a much more comfortable seat. And that's the last thing I wanted to talk about, was comfort. For me, these seats are perfect, but everybody's a little bit different. You might find one seat's better than another one. It doesn't really matter which one you go with, as long as, you know, they're good quality seats, they're safe, and you like them and they're comfortable. It might take you, you know, couple minutes of sitting in different seats to find out which ones you like, but it's definitely worth it, especially when you're investing in something like this. It's probably going to be in your car for quite a while. You really want to make sure you get the right one. Anyway, I'm going to keep on driving this car. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.